We are here in the name of peace. We are here to express our love, support, solidarity with sisters and brothers of Latin America, Central America, and other countries who have been for so long and continue to be the victims of our country's foreign policy. And a school, a military combat school that has caused untold suffering and death to the people of Latin America. And there is something, I think, very sacred when we come together to express our voices with others, to speak with others who are the victims. Something very sacred when we come in the name of peace. 18 years ago, 10 of us met at the main gate of Fort Benning. We fasted for 35 days, a water-only fast. We had just heard about the School of Assassins and the over 55,000 soldiers from Latin America who trained there and continue to train as today. We did not have a plan, a 5-year plan, no vision of starting a movement. We didn't have a 1-year plan. We were simply here to try and keep alive the memory of the many who had been killed by graduates of this school. And then after our fast, we had to get to work and start doing some research. And word about this school began to spread all over the country.
Okay, where are you at?
And folks began now to come here every November to say, "Not in our name." And our numbers grew as word began to spread, and as those who crossed the line began to go to prison, which energized our movement. To date, over 240 of our people have gone to prison. And every time they send us to prison, it energizes the movement. What we learned early on, that they could send us to prison, but they could not silence us. The truth cannot be silenced. And that is why we are here to say today, to remind others and ourselves that the truth can never, ever be silenced. There are 3 signs of hope in our movement today. Just recently we had a vote in the House of Representatives. We came within 6 votes, the closest we've ever gotten, to cut off the funding, to make this school history. This coming year, early in the year, we're going to have another vote. Very important are your letters to members of Congress, simply to say we don't want our money, the millions of dollars, going into this school, but rather into schools for our children, health care programs, homes for the elderly. The Latin American Initiative has given a lot of hope to our movement. It's energized us. When Venezuela, after meeting with President Hugo Chavez, made a decision to sever their ties with the school, we said, let's go to all of these countries of Latin America and meet with their presidents and defense ministers and indigenous leaders and human rights leaders and request, appeal to them not to participate in this school any longer. And I'm happy to say that we got on the road this last year. Has been a busy one. We went to 13 countries, our delegation that you hear more about from Lisa Sullivan and Carlos Mauricio and others. And we met with the leaders of these countries, and often in our meetings they would stop us and simply say, we know this school very well. We have been on the receiving end. You do not have to remind us about the suffering and death that this country has brought to us and the many crimes that these graduates have committed. And I'm happy to report that after these travels and meeting with so many, we now have 5 countries who have said no to this school. Those that joined Venezuela, Argentina, Uruguay, Costa Rica, and just last month, President Evo Morales of Bolivia said, no more, no more. This coming year, we're going to 6 other countries. And we're hoping to, of course, to get other countries like Nicaragua and others to do what these other countries have done. Our last sign of hope, of course, is today. Our movement continues to grow. Our numbers are growing. The spirit is stronger than ever, and our hope is intact. So let us enjoy this wonderful, wonderful weekend together, coming here in the name of peace. Thank you.